Professional High Priestess, and I'm here with your quick channeled message for today. Before I do that, let me just set the tone. Dear bright and living ancestors, please allow me to be a clear conduit of energy for this message that you want to put out to the masses. Any and all karmic interference will be banished and returned to sender tenfold over. Allow who needs to hear this message to be here in this now. Thank you so much. All right, so guys, what's going to be happening is right now quarantine is setting the tone because we're going to come out of quarantine. We've been in quarantine for almost an entire year, and when we come out of quarantine, it it's going to be really clear what everyone used this time to do, because this is a very like this is precedented. It hasn't ever happened before where they shut down the whole economy all across the world and people had to stay inside. So it's like it was like a forced hermit mode, right? It was like hermit mode to the 20th power for a lot of people. And a lot of folks took that as an opportunity to like clean out their house, do some emotional clearing work, get caught up on sleep or things like that. Some of us are still working, and even though we're still working, though, we still can't go out and do the things that we would regularly do had there not being quarantine. So it is different. A lot of us we're being forced into those reflective states. And a lot of us, we took the time to be in a high vibrational energy to do work on ourselves, to catch up on reading or writing or things like that. A lot of people, they use this quarantine to get involved in foolishness and fuckery, you know. And when we come out of quarantine, what's going to be happening is the ancestors is going to be really clear who used their time to do what. A lot of these different events that are going on, it's all culminating into the wheat being separated for the chaff. It's all culminating into the major judgment season that's going to be happening. It's all culminating into the dismantling of karmic networks and karmic power structures, etc. Another thing that goes right along with that quarantine setting the stage is this exodus versus being exiled. They're two different things. So in the Bible they had this like exodus when a whole bunch of people just started leaving en masse certain places, right? That's different. Some of you guys are going to be going into an exodus, meaning that you're going to be leaving the places that you normally live in, or the different groups that you're in, to find higher ground, to find more high vibrational places, areas that are more, I would say, in alignment with who you want to be, where you want to be, that type of thing. Some people that are going to be getting exiled, they're going to actually be forced to have to leave certain communities and groups because of their behavior. And coming out of quarantine, it's going to be very clear who is doing what, right? Not everyone is going to be doing exodus or being exiled, but for a lot of people, that's going to be the general consensus. Another thing too, with this energy of being exiled, I said this, that you're going to see a lot of karmics going into hiding right now. That's another part of it too, because I believe like a lot of bullshit that was going on during quarantine is going to be getting exposed, or because they didn't have enough time, they didn't have like regular access to people for their gang stalking or their slander campaigns and shit like that. There's monkey wrenches being thrown into their plan, and their masks are falling off because of it. And when we come out of quarantine and people get to move about and we're going to be going back to our events and networks and shit like that, people are going to see the reality of what's been going on. It's coming, it's on its way. It's very much on its way. But let's not speculate, let's divinate. And because of the shit that they've been doing behind the scenes, and they've been saying one thing and doing something completely different, um, they're going to be forced in front of a whole bunch of people to take account for what they've been doing. And they can't. And this is where the being exiled is going to come out. And for some people, they're going to get the word like, you can't come over here anymore, like you cause too much drama, you cause too many problems, or we thought you were someone completely different, etc. But for some people, they're going to actually, like, it's going to be like a silent like removal, like it's going to be silent but loud, if that makes some sense. People are not gonna just come out and tell them directly, like, no, like, sorry, you can't come here anymore, we're not fucking with you no more. But they're gonna feel the energy that they cannot come into certain places, that they're marked and barred from coming into certain places. But this is what they called upon themselves, though. And it's all what they chose to do right now during quarantine as well. This is a very historical moment. What are you using your time to do in this point in time? Are you using it to, like I said, study, write, create, things like that, heal yourself, or are you using it to get into bullshit and fuckery? Because you can't do both. Dear bright and well loving ancestors, what messages do you have regarding this exodus and being exiled? What messages do you have? Ooh, I want to start. Okay, listen, I'm good with this. All right. What messages do you have regarding the Exodus and Exiled? Karmic's being forced out. What messages do you have regarding this being exiled? You got the Emperor energy here. Ooh, interesting. And then you got the Death card here. Oof. Then you got the Seven of Swords. All right. And then you got the Eight of Swords. You got the Hanged Man. Right. Realization. So you got the Six of Swords, like I said. And then you got the Strength card, Resistance. Holding back. Being blocked off. Didn't I tell you that a lot of these people that have been engaging in any type of low vibrational activity, Seven of Swords energy here, what's going to end up happening is people are going to be resisting them. They're going to be holding back from these people. It's going to be like a silent warfare here with the Seven of Swords as well. Six of Swords energy too. This Emperor energy gives me and you got the Hermit card right here. I'm going to put this out as well. This Emperor energy though is giving me like not leveling up type of energy, like a leveling up, like people during quarantine have taken this as an opportunity to level up. I feel like some masculines that have been trapped in, oh, okay, I see what this is. Some masculines that have been trapped inside with the karmic, they're starting to see like quarantine was what was needed because he had to get up close and personal with that demon that he's dealing with and his own inner demons with the hermit here because the hermit's looking inside the mirror too. There's a mirror right there. And because of that, he's actually with the hangman here. He's come to a realization that this situation cannot go on anymore with the death card being here. And I do feel like for some masculines with this quarantine energy, when we come out of quarantine and we get to move out and about as much as like we used to do regularly, what's gonna start to happen is these masculines, this emperor energy is going to like they're gonna have to get their feet wet. They're gonna have to continue to like work this emperor energy into like their day-to-day life. And I feel like for some of them it's like flexing that emperor muscle because it's not just a karmic partner, it's like work or family or friends that also need this emperor energy to come up and out. That's what I'm picking up here as well too. Ooh, this is going to be very interesting. I do feel like there's been some major transformations for some masculines and for a lot of feminines. Of course, for those who've been doing their work, but for those who continue to be in the Seven of Swords, they're getting the Eight of Swords. They're getting spiritual jail. So while everybody, this is what I've been saying, as everyone gets to come out and about, and we're out and we're doing the things that we want to do. Six of Swords here, we're moving around freely, and we're protected by our spiritual guides, moving to higher grounds, moving to higher water, right? A lot of karmics are going to be going instead into spiritual jail. So while they're going to be able to come outside and be free and things like that, but they're still going to be trapped. That's what I'm picking up right here. That's the energy that I'm strongly getting from this spread. I knew I needed to do this. And some of you guys are like, well, everyone should belong. Someone that's going to be drinking spiritual poison into a space, absolutely not. You deserve to be exiled. You got to go. Seven of Swords energy here. I feel like a lot of people, quarantine has exposed a lot of people. Ace of Swords. Yeah. Quarantine has exposed a lot of people who like to play games, who like to play with dark magic, who like to play with manipulation. Because the magician is not just magic, it's manipulating shit, right? Trying to force shit that's not there. People are going to start to see these individuals for who they are because what they've been accumulating while they've been inside, because when we're out and about, you're wearing your mask. That mask has actually been taken off, and it's become a part of their true form. Is what I'm picking up here with the Ace of Swords and the Five of Wands. So what's going to start to happen is people are going to start to see these people true form, and they can't hide anymore. They can't pull back anymore. So now that it's going to be very clear that it's being separated from the chaff, and quarantine helped that. Ooh, what's the Eight of Swords? Spiritual jail right here. What's this Eight of Swords? I saw the Ten of Wands, but we'll see about that. Yeah, you got the Princess of Wands or Page of Wands, immaturity. Then you got the Knight of Swords here as well. Quick moving communication, but gossip as well. I do feel like, because when people, they can't go to happy hour and hee hee ha ha and chit chat and lie, and they can't go to their little conferences or their events, or they can't kick it out wherever they're going to or whatever. So because of that, it's thrown a monkey wrench into a lot of these karmics plans. It's the shit that they usually could do, they can't get away with it anymore. So because of that, now what's happening is I feel like plans are backfiring, and it's putting these people in a self-made mental prison because they can't do the shit, they can't do the immature bullshit with the Page of Wands, Princess of Wands energy here that they usually do. Misuse and abuse of creative force. That's what I'm seeing here. What's this Hangman? What's the Hangman? You got the Nine of Wands. Yeah, Hanged Man here. There's a set of realization too about something that needs to stop. I do feel like with this energy here in terms of being the exiled energy, I feel like something has been going on for a long period of time, and it took somebody being absent for the truth to come out. Like, let's say for instance, like you were part of like a family group or a community group or like church group or a coworker setting, and you were always getting blamed for stupid shit or whatnot, things that you weren't doing with the Seven of Swords here. It took this quarantine, you maybe even pulling yourself back or exodus, you completely leaving the area, the place, the situation for the reality to come out in terms of who the real problem was, in terms of who the real shit starter was. Because I feel like this is something that was going on over and over and over and over and over again for a lot of you guys. And now it's coming out who the real shit starters are, who the real problem starters are, who the real agitators are. And I do feel like sometimes that's what it takes. And there's a story. It's in the 48 Laws of Power, and it talks about like this guy who they would call him to always come and mediate situations. But what ended up happening was like they ended up getting so used to his presence that they started disrespecting him. So then he pulled back his energy, and immediately that he pulled back his energy, towers started happening all over the place. That's this type of thing right here. Immediately you pulled back your energy. You're like, okay, no, I'm gonna exit this. I'm gonna leave the place. I'm gonna go to higher ground. Six of Swords. I'm being divinely guided to leave because there's too much Seven of Swords energy here, and I need to retain my vitality with the Strength card. Once you pulled that your energy back, once you pulled back your strength, once you activated your solar plexus chakra, I was like, no, I'm not gonna engage in this. I'm gonna leave. That's what had to happen though for people to see who the real shit starter was. So I do also feel like because like let's say for instance a lot of us are in the house, you know, on quarantine, and maybe there was something going on with like I think maybe like theft at work, and maybe you weren't getting hours, or there was some type of like bullshit going on, something going missing or something getting started, and because you were not there, you were absent because you left. Six of Swords. Now the Hanged Man people have to have a sudden realization of who's who and who's doing what. That's what I'm seeing right here. It took this though. It took this happening though for people to see the real deal though. For the people causing the trouble, and then also for yourself to see that you weren't the problem at all. No, no, not at all. What's this death card? This death card with the Empress here. Ooh, transformation. Transformation. You got the Emperor and the Empress right here. Didn't I tell you? Yeah. Transformations are happening. A lot of people, you're stepping up into your Emperor role. A lot of you guys are stepping into your Empress energy. Some of you guys, you may be unemployed, but once the economy opens up, because you've transformed, you're going to be in direct alignment with the things that the job or the opportunity or the schools or classes that you need to take to get to the next level. This is not like you're not being delayed. You're not stagnant. You're just on pause right now, and you've been doing your healing work, you've been advancing, you've been excelling, you're coming with a whole brand new energy, whole brand new attitude. And because you've been doing your work, it's like this thing where people can't, they can't deny it though. They can't deny the transformation, they can't deny the change in energy though. That's going to be another thing too. And it took you having to maybe even being, you maybe were even the one exiled before because of karmics lying on you with the Seven of Swords or starting shit with you. Now that you bossed up like the Emperor or the Empress, because you've gone through that transformation with the Death card, you did away, you use this quarantine to do away with things that don't fucking help you, shit that was blocking you, etc. Now people have to see what's actually really wrong with them with the Hermit card. They have to do that reflection, judgment energy. Yeah, they have to reflect on themselves because they couldn't use you as a scapegoat. They couldn't use your life or your problems or whatever to like get away from their bullshit. So now that the tables are, now that that's over, now that we're all out, now that people can't congregate on social media all at the same exact time, or people can't get together all on Zoom to lie or whatever the fuck, now that they can't get together and congregate, right? And people have to go back to work and have to go back to school, and it's business as usual. They have to acknowledge your transformation. That's what I'm seeing right here too. Ooh, interesting. What's this Seven of Swords? Yeah, you got the Seven of Cups. Lies, deception, trickery, manipulation. Yeah, scamming, delusions here. Yeah, you got the Ten of Wands as well. People are gonna get exposed as scam artists. I told you that there was something maybe you were getting blamed for, lies or illusions or some shit like that. It's gonna come out because now that you've gone exodus, you've moved away from the situation, you've moved out of the place, out of the home or whatever. It's gonna come out who the real people were that were starting shit and causing problems or conjuring up mess, conjuring up illusions here. It's gonna come out. It has to. Another thing too that I'm seeing here too, a lot of these different karmics that have been getting into bullshit, maybe like scams, theft, or whatever, they're gonna be going into hiding. A lot of these karmics, another channeling that I did get is a lot of these karmics have been playing with spell work and shit like that. A lot of people are going to start to wake up and find out who was doing what. A lot of people are going to start to find out who was doing what. Maybe during quarantine, people were, they were even getting deeper into their spirituality, enhancing their intuition. And because they were going into hermit mode, their intuition got lit up. And they found out, oh, so that's why this is going on. Or they started having dreams with the hanged man energy here and the 9 of Wands. And they realized who was putting them in spiritual jail, what was really going on. And now, because that has come out, some karmics are going on the fucking run. That's something that I'm picking up too, with the 7 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Some karmics with the 6 of Swords, they're going to be going on the run completely from your state or from your city, your town. Yeah. And they're going to have to start from rock bottom, from zero. But that's because they started so much shit that they can't clean up. And I do feel like some karmics too, like I said with the spell work before, this is for like these are for like bum bitches that like to run together and do shit like this. It's gonna get exposed that the whole group was messy, 7 of Cups. But it's like you're not the only one though. I feel like it took quarantine happening for people to step back and see what was really going on. To see what was really going on. Because, you know what? Ooh. Yeah, this is gonna be someone's about to get themselves in hot ass fire with this quarantine energy here too. I do feel like I said, with the happy hour, going out to drink and all those different things and partying and all that other stuff, they couldn't do none of that shit, so that's done. And I feel like once that starts back up again, people are going to feel the energy change. They're going to smell the weird shit that's on them. They're going to smell the judgment on them. They're going to smell karma on them for whatever they've been doing during quarantine. Ooh. Because when we're in the hustle and bustle every day, going to work, going to school, getting on the bus, having to wake up all the time, people are so absorbed in their day-to-day life, they don't have time to even think about those things or see those things. Now that everyone's been kind of cooped up and they get to come out, everyone's intuition is kind of litty here. Everyone's intuition is on point. A lot of people are more intuitive, they're more awake, and because of the different things that have been happening in society, it's attuning more people to the frequency of empathy for some people. But some people are getting more into the frequency of sociopathy, the wheat being separated from the chaff, right? That's what I'm picking up here. Masks are coming off. Ooh, what's this Emperor? What's that Emperor about? You got the Judgment. What did I say? Didn't I just say I felt the Judgment energy coming out? Yeah, Judgment here. And you got the Tower. Another thing that I am picking up here too, some of these karmics are under investigation. Yeah, let's just keep it hella real. They're under investigation, so you're gonna start to see them disappear. And I said this at Operation Pinocchio. You're gonna start to see a lot of karmics that have been dipping and dabbling in bullshit and fuckery. Oh, I'm going hermit mode. I'm being called not to share my gifts. No, bitch, you got caught up in bullshit and fuckery, and you're under investigation. That's why you're going hermit mode, because you're trying to figure out how to hide your transactions. They're trying to figure out how to hide their crimes. They're trying to figure out how to hide the bodies. They're trying to figure out basically how to hide their stuff. That's why they're going hermit mode, because they know that a scandal's about to brew here. Judgment in reverse. Judgment is also vicious gossip too. A scandal. So just know that. Yeah, that's what's going on right here. What's the Strength card? What's the Strength card? You got the 5 of Wands. Yeah. Yep. You held back. You resisted madness and chaos. You got the Magician right here too, and the Ace of Swords. I said that. Thank you for the super chat. I said that. I said like people that have been playing with any type of, not just spell work, any type of manipulation, magicianry in the reverse, low vibrational energy, trying to cause conflict and battle. It's gonna come out who the real shit starters are. It's gonna come out who the real karmics are. This quarantine, it had to kind of happen for a lot of people to kind of get reset and understand what was really going on. You had to leave. You had to pull your energy back. You had to go into isolation for people to see all the other shit that was going on. Because now that you weren't there, who are they gonna use to scapegoat? Now that you pulled your energy back, they can't scapegoat you. Now they actually have to turn in within and actually address their own problems. That's another thing that I am seeing as well here too. People are fighting. They're resisting this inner transformation with the 5 of Wands. That's inner conflict. People resisting it, and it's going to be really clear who did their work and who didn't do their work. It's going to be very clear. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are about to get fucking ghosted once this quarantine comes up, and folks. And I feel like for some of y'all, shit's already been brewing. And like I said, because they can't go out and spread lies and illusion with the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Cups here, because they can't go out and they can't do this, it's been throwing a monkey wrench in their plans. Ooh. What's the Hermit? You got the 4 of Pentacles here in the reverse. Something's being let go of, or there's a major financial loss here. But I feel like this is like letting something go. Some guard is coming down. Something's being let go of. Some guard is being let down with the Hermit here. If you've been dealing with hostile or defensive energies, that's about to end. on account of some karmic starting shit that's gonna end and that's gonna go reverse to her. Or if this karmic had a bunch of people that she was like, or if you're dealing with individuals who had like, they had, I would say like they're popular Three of Cups energy here, friends and things like that, and all that other stuff, and they're celebrating. People are gonna be like with the Hermit and the Four of Pentacles. People are gonna just like let them go. They're gonna be letting them go, and it's gonna be easy to let them go because they've gone through certain type of processes and transformations where now they realize what matters and what doesn't matter because they went so long without it. Now it doesn't matter to them to be a part of the group or not be a part of the group. That's what I'm seeing here. You got the High Priestess energy here too. Yeah, I told you people's intuition is going to be on. People's intuition is going to be on. And they're going to start to smell the energies on people. They're going to start to see shit for what it is. That's what I'm seeing here. Ooh, let's keep on going. Oh. All right. Ooh, shiitake mushrooms. Clarify judgment. Yeah, I got poverty. Ooh, yep. Like I said, with this exile to stuff like that, I do feel like they're like I said, some karmics are trying to run away from their crimes. They're gonna be having to go on the run, but they're not gonna have coins or nothing like that to support them and trying to create their new lifestyle or whatever the fuck. They're gonna be just like that, but they created it for themselves though, with whatever the shit that they were doing. Ten of Wands, burdens that they willingly chose to carry though. Trying to keep up with fashion or trying to keep up with the Joneses or whatever. I do feel like too that there's some scandal that's about to come out here that some karmics were a part of, and that scandal's going to lead them to going into poverty though. And that being exiled is a part of their that plan because as they're being exiled, they're not going to be able to get jobs. Their professional reputation is going to get ruined, and they're going to be in poverty. But that's what they created for themselves. What's the Eight of Swords? What's this Eight of Swords here with the Knight of Swords? Eight of Swords. What do we see here? You got the wealthy man. Yeah, I feel this energy keeps on coming up in terms of like financial scams being ran. That's another thing that I am seeing, but I also feel here too like with this gossip and the self-made mental prison, there could have been as well like some karmic that was running her mouth and trying to start some shit. And this masculine energy here with the emperor, like we talked about this at the very beginning, like this emperor is getting his energy back. He's like excelling. He's getting himself together, or masculine energy watching, and he's realizing this karmic is a false person here and he wants to get out of this self-made mental prison because all there is arguments and battles and fights and misuse and abuse of energy, and he wants to remove himself. That's what I am picking up here too. This karmic, another thing, this a lot of these masculines are going to start exiling these karmic partners. Boom. A lot of these masculines are going to start to exile these karmic partners, and this karmic, if she was getting anything from your masculine, it's back to top ramen. We already talked about that though. What's this hanged man? Clarify the hanged man. You got the false person here. Yeah, at the top of the deck. Yep. And I did. This is like what we were talking about earlier in terms of like if there was any type of like you were going through some type of like bullshit where people were lying on you, claiming that you were the problem and starting shit. It's gonna come out who the real false person is at the hanged man here. It's gonna be very clear. And this person's gonna get removed from the community. They're gonna be asked to leave, or it's gonna be like that silent banning, that silent like exaltation where they just know that don't go here, don't go there. They're going to be ashamed to show their face, but that's what they get for stirring shit up and trying to make you look like the bad person. See, you never get anywhere trying to fuck off anyone else's reputation. You only just end up continuing to like look like a false person because even if a lot of people don't know what you're doing, there's a lot of people who do know what you're doing, right? So it's like a broken clock is right twice a day type of shit. Like it doesn't matter. You're still gonna get caught up either way. People are still seeing it either way. So I feel like someone has been exposed here as a false person, and they're gonna have to get exiled. But that's because they chose to be a part of bullshit with the Nine of Wands here, continuously working against you or putting your name in shit or whatnot. Thank you so much for the super chat. Anyhow, let's keep going. Clarify the Ace of Swords. You got the imprisonment here. Yeah, someone's in a self-made mental prison here. Yeah, I do feel like someone like trapped. Some people with this being exiled, they caused it for themselves, or they got themselves trapped. They got themselves trapped. And like I said, I do feel like some karmics are gonna have to go on the run. And some karmics too, they've been maybe like living off some of these masculines and they didn't have no one else. That's over with. They're not gonna find nothing like that again, and they're gonna have to do what other people do, like work and not steal and shit, like not lie and cheat or whatever the fuck like that. That's what I'm picking up on here. That's what I'm picking up on here. What's the Magician and the Seven of Swords? Wow, that's a hella ugly ass combo. You got the pathway here with this exile. Yeah, and people having to make a choice right now. You got Despair and the Journey card. You got Despair, the Journey card, and the Community card. Yeah. I feel like other people were trying to maybe build their like clout or build connections or maybe like build their reputation off of trying to put you down or make you look bad. Now they have to make a choice in terms of what do I do because that all backfired onto them. And people are experiencing major financial loss, career suicide, reputations being tarnished, their mental health being fucked off, their physical health being fucked off because of what the energy that they were dabbling into in quarantine. And then with this pathway card and the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups, I do feel like some karmic is going to get exposed for doing like this. But this is like she was embedded in the group. Like they may have felt like, oh, that was my friend, shit like that. The whole time she was doing like roots on the other people or the sisters or the cousins or the coworkers or whatever to try to one up them or try to get to dominate them or whatever. And that's going to come out. That's hella crazy to me. There's a lot of stories that I'm seeing in this. There's a lot of stories that I'm seeing in this. What's the Six of Swords? What's that Six of Swords, please? Concern, yeah. And you got the official person here. And you know, this concern card is people have to move their concern for their safety because of the shit that they conjured. I do feel like some karmic is on the run because she set some people up or she started some shit and got some people hurt. And now her ass is about to get hemmed up. But with the official person here, you're being divinely guided by your ancestors, Most High. You may even be getting like an official position. You may even be getting like some like yeah, with the occupation card here at the top of the deck. Yeah, some of you guys may be getting like higher level positions, or you're gonna get a scholarship to go to a certain school, or you're gonna be moving to a place where like the pay is much better, you know. And the ancestors just want you to move because this is a better place for you overall. That's what I'm seeing right here. But these karmics, they can't stand that shit. But it's like the ancestor, they want you to leave because it's like after going into quarantine and stuff like that, you've cleared out a lot of baggage and stuff like that. You can see things clearly now in terms of what path you're supposed to go on to. That's why this reading is both Exodus and Exiled, right? For some of you guys, you're going to be moving to a new place. Some of you guys, you're going to be, some people are going to be getting banished, basically. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, that's why the concern and the official person is here, right here. What's this Hermit? Clarify Hermit. You got the mature woman, yeah, because you've gone within and you've healed yourself. You've glowed up. You got your shit together. You're not wanting for nothing. Four of Pentacles here. You've let go of shit that no longer serves you. You got good things coming in. I feel a gift coming in for some of you guys too, or maybe like some type of inheritance or some type of back pay or something like that. Maybe your job, it's like you may even get like a bonus going into this new job with the mature woman energy here. Yeah, and you got the sudden wealth. Yeah. A lot of you guys are going to be getting like a new job. You're going to get a bonus. This is good. A lot of you guys are going to be going into like new partnerships, relationships. A lot of you guys are going to be going into like abundance season because you did the work though. That's the thing. This is like wheat being separated from the chaff. Like what you use this quarantine to do is everything, yo. It's everything. And I know for a lot of karmics now, I feel like for some karmics, they're just not realizing that. And they're going to try to like use the last month or two after they've been doing bullshit, Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups, the whole year. No. You had to been planting those seeds with the putting those putting those coins in the piggy bank. But in this case, it's a slot machine. But the funny thing about this slot machine, you put in a coin, it comes out at the bottom. So it's like you were only just advancing yourself. While these karmics were putting coins into spell work and bullshit, that's why they got this going on. Or lies or trickery, deception, manipulation, laziness, sloth, greed, or whatever. That's why they got this going on. That's what I'm seeing right here. This is hella interesting. What's the Five of Wands? And the Strength card? You got the you got the letter here. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, you got the letter here. And then you got bad health right here at the top of the deck. Yep, I told you a lot of people are going to be, they're going to be resisting these individuals. Why? Because they can smell the death on them. They can, remember we talked about this, a shallow grave. You can bury that. You can try to bury what you did, but the stench is still on you. And people are starting to they're going to be resisting these individuals because when they come around, their energy brings spiritual poison because of the people that they are. It's like this is what I keep on trying to get across. You can't do fuckery, bullshit, and madness and expect this. No, that's why a lot of you guys are getting this, and a lot of karmics are going to be getting this. The dichotomy is very clear on this table. You did the work. You were healing yourself. Some of you guys are like, well, I gained weight during quarantine. That's not what I'm talking about. I feel like everyone gained some weight during quarantine. Everyone gained at least like maybe 5 pounds. Oh, okay, whatever. That's 5 to 20, whatever. It doesn't matter. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people engaged in low vibrational bullshit and activity because an idle mind is a devil's workshop. Five of Wands energy here. They want to start conflict and chaos and beef and shit like that. That's what I'm saying. They wanted to be involved in pettiness. They wanted to be involved in vindictive behavior, low vibrational bullshit. They're going to be dealing with their bad health. And a lot of people, they're going to be getting letters of big ass debts that they didn't know that they owed. They're going to be getting letters about their health. They're going to be getting letters about indictments. They're going to be getting bad news. Bad news bears. These people are bad news bears, and people don't want to hear it. People don't want to be involved. They don't want to be attached to them because they're involved in bullshit. So they're going to be getting exiled because no one wants to be around spiritual fucking poison. What's the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords? Magician. What's that magician? What's this right here? You got the occupation card and you got thief. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Someone was stealing other people's peace of mind. Someone was in the background doing all kinds of chaotic shit here. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you had to leave, remove yourself, and walk away for others in the group or whatever to see the truth. That's what I'm picking up on here. Something else that I am seeing as well, like I said, is like this spell work bullshit being done, like spiritual karmics going into hiding because people are gonna start to see that they've been the thief the whole time. They've been the one starting shit and causing problems. That's what I'm picking up on here. Like I'm really picking up on a lot of these fake ass spiritual karmics. They didn't use this time to go hermit mode because hermit mode is withdrawing for spiritual purposes, for self-development purposes. They weren't doing hermit. They weren't. They were doing the magician and the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups, and it's going to show on them. And a lot of these spiritualists that they haven't been doing their work when it comes back out to being around people regularly, stuff like that, they're going to start to shake and teeter and do all this. Yeah, Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups energy, overwhelmed, lies exposed. They can't keep the mask on because they weren't doing the healing work. They're too busy involved in bullshit and chaos. Yes. That's what I am picking up here too. I am also picking up as well. There could be something with some community holes are about to get exposed and exiled, masculine and feminine ones, because people are they don't that shit is not cute anymore. It's not cute to be a community dick or community pussy. It's not cute anymore. People are elevating their standards and they're going to be getting exiled, so they only have each other to mix and mingle with, and they're going to start infighting with the Five of Wands here. That's what I'm picking up too. But this is the thing. Another thing that I'm picking out here with this being exiled, some of these karmics are going to be getting exiled individually. Some of them, the whole group is going to be getting exiled, and they're going to start infighting with each other because they only have each other to deal with, and they all hate each other because they all created karma for each other. What's the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords? Toil and labor. Boom. Main female. The karmic. You got the community card right there. Like I said, a community of karmics. They're going to get exiled and they're going to flip on each other. But I feel like this community of karmics, they've been starting shit though. They've been starting shit with multiple people though. And it's going to be like this like switcheroo where it's like, nah, it's going to be like a breaking point where it's like, okay, you know what? Some people are going to have to step in and intervene because I feel like these karmics, their names have been coming up in too much shit. Too much. Too much. And it's gonna go to the point where like something's gonna have to step in, either the justice system or like some people in the community with the community card here, and they're gonna have to say stop because too much has gone on. Too many games have been ran. And this group of karmics, they're gonna get fucking exiled. Maybe they were the popular girls, like it's like that movie Mean Girls, some shit like that. They're gonna be the ones getting exiled and casted out because they start too much shit. I feel like these group of karmics during quarantine or even just in general, they've been starting shit. And now that everyone's had to be in the house and stuff like that, people are getting comfortable with sharing their stories. Or stuff is starting to come out and leak out because of the Saturn transits and stuff like that. They can't hide the things that they do. They can't wear that mask anymore. They can't go around and create illusions and shit like that and gossip to people. So the stories are going to start coming out. That's what I'm picking up here. A community of karmics is going to get banished. Throw the whole fucking thing away. And I feel like it's a group of females that either boost or they play with like it's like these wannabe spiritual bitches, or it's like some cousins or some coworkers. It's gonna be a group of them that get exiled because now with the quarantine, you remember now you're the empress now. You're the empress or the emperor. You change your energy. They're still in the main female Queen of Wands energy. It's gonna be very clear who the problem is, who the problem is not. That's why I'm saying a lot of y'all, you're gonna be getting promotions, you're gonna be getting advancements and shit like that because it's gonna be really clear who the karmic is and who the karmics are not. Who's been starting shit and who's been doing the real work. That's what I'm seeing here. Whew. What's the poverty card in the judgment? Mm. What's this right here? You got enemy. Yes. Yes. These people, they want to make enemies out of people. They want to go around. Certain people, you should not make your fucking enemy. No. That's the problem with some of these karmic individuals. They make the wrong people their enemy. You shouldn't be trying to go out making enemies at all. For real. If you want to make someone your enemy, make sure that they are a formidable opponent. Make sure that you're ready for that fucking war and that battle. Now, I don't know what some of these karmics have conjured here with the enemy and the poverty, but they're going to be out in the cold. Yeah. And this is that I told you with these masculines, they're exiling these karmics. I'm telling you right now. I do feel like for some of you guys, you've been telling your family members that just certain cousins or sisters or mothers or aunts or something like that was karmic. They're gonna be getting exiled too. And they may still come to the family gatherings or shit like that, but they're just not as people are not as warm. They're not as open because the masks have fallen off. People see the truth now. They see the real deal. You have to separate yourself and move away though for people to see the truth. There you go. Because sometimes it's like the opposing energies, people get confused. No. So now I separated from myself so you can really see what poison is. Because you couldn't see it before. What's the Ace of Swords? You got the sorrow. The truth is coming out. Yeah. I'm telling you, the truth is coming out about some shit, and some people are upset about it. But with this Ace of Swords here and the Empress card, people are upset because I feel like you may have removed yourself from a community group or a setting, and now they realize your value for some of y'all. That's what I'm picking up on now. Now they realize what you actually contributed and what you brought. Now they see your value, but they have to go run with these mud duck karmics. They have to run with this low vibrational energy that was just manifesting bullshit, poverty, chaos, false person, concern here. They had to go run with that bad health. They had to go run with spiritual poison so they can see what the medicine really was because it was too confusing. It was too confusing. What's the thief here? Here, you got love. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing here. All this, I also am picking up as well. Ooh, if anyone was trying to, no. Yeah. Yeah. I am picking up as well. Like, so for some of these masculines that are going to be exiling these karmics, it's not just from his life. The friends are gonna block her. The family's gonna block her. The whole entire community, his coworkers, all that. They're gonna block this bitch all at once. Boom, exiled. Yeah. So if your masculine was doing this shit to you before, it's flipping on the karmic. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, shit. Something that popped off here. Something that's popped off here, and I feel like people are starting to see who the real karmic really is because I mean, shit. Sometimes it has to go, you have to go through towers and chaos and mess and shit like that to see who the real thing is. Because sometimes they got good masks, they got good lies. That's what I'm seeing here. I am picking up as well, too, if there was any type of karmic ass men with a wealthy man here that was like using your name to lie and making it seem like you were the karmic and creating all kinds of stories about your name and shit like that. That man is going to get exiled from the community because people are going to see him as for exactly who he is, a liar. And that he just wanted to use your name. He just wanted to use your name to solve his inner issues. Try to solve your inner issues with the bad bitch. Didn't I tell you I was a fucking savage? Come on now. Don't bring that shit over here. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing right here as well. What's the bad health? You got the milady at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. People are spreading spiritual poison. Other people are getting sick. They're getting stressed out. They're tired of it. It may not be that, but it's like being in this person's presence. Like, you know what? I can't deal with this no more. Bye. I am picking up as well too. Some of these karmics are getting exiled because other people don't want their reputation ruined. They're like, you know what? No, I'm not even gonna get involved in that. You gotta go because you don't cause so much that this is the only next logical conclusion. But that's what had to happen. What's the Eight of Swords? Oh, you got the money here. Yeah. And that's what I'm picking up. And you got the misfortune here. I feel like some karmics have been stealing. Maybe they try to use your name. Maybe there's some shit going missing at work, stuff that was going on. Maybe there was these karmics were scammers and stuff like that. It's going to get exposed here with the milady and the money card. That's what I'm seeing right here. It's going to get exposed that these karmics were thieves and they were lying and they were cheating. And a lot of these karmics are going to start going on the run because they were living lives, luxuries and shit like that, going on trips and to Dubai and all those other things. And they're going to get exposed as straight fucking thieves. straight thieves, and they're gonna have to go on the run. They're getting exiled for their behavior because they don't want to do it the hard way. They wanted to live off other men and boost off other men. And I do feel like for some of these karmics, and they go around with the love card here, main female. They go around putting love spells on men, Jezebel oil and shit like that to get money and status and stuff like that. It could be like a karmic partner or just like a gang of women. I feel like it's a gang of women that do this though. And what's gonna end up happening is one of the men that they got involved with it knows what they do, and he's gonna bring that shit down. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I feel like they messed with they try to do this to the wrong person though. They try to do this, yeah, falseness card and the pleasure seeker. Yeah, they try to do this to the wrong person. This love spell bullshit. This let's rack money from him type of stuff. You know, Cardi B talked about this that they would put drug men or get them hella drunk and steal their money in their house or shit like that. I feel like it's something kind of like similar, but with the misfortune card here, something's gonna backfire and some karmic is gonna have to go on the run, or she messed with a mob boss or some shit like that. That's what I'm really feeling, and I feel like some karmic got like heavy hitters on her head because she was playing with the wrong fucking people trying to play some games. You see, these karmics, they like to run with dogs and wolves and sharks, but they don't know how to keep up. So then the shit turns around, and now they're running away. Now they're the prey. We talked about this. The hunter becomes the hunted in one of the Divine Feminine videos. I feel like that's what this is right here. And some of these karmics, you're gonna see them disappear because they got themselves involved in the wrong shit though. What's this? What's the hanged man? Ooh wee. You got the constancy. Yeah, with the hanged man. I feel like, and the reunion, false person. People now, I feel like people are gonna come out the woodworks now, trying to say, oh, how are you, and different things like that, because they see who the false people are now. It wasn't you, and I feel like maybe you were exiled, or they blacklisted you, or they did something, some shit like that. Now they realize the real deal. Now they see the real shit. Constancy card here with the hanged man. I feel like some people are starting to see who the real shit starters were, and they were consistently doing it. Nine of Wands, constancy, consistently doing it over an extended period of time. These people are criminal minded. I feel like people are going to see these people as sociopaths. I said that earlier. They're going to see these people as sociopaths and narcissists. Now you're going to see they're going to get exiled. See, that's what I'm saying. You never build yourself up trying to down other people. Don't do that. That's black magic. That's sorcery. That's darkness. Eventually, the light has to overcome the darkness, and you're going to get exposed, and you're going to be in a worse position than you already are. I feel like some of these karmics, maybe they were using your name to get jobs. Maybe they were using your name to get money or just to look good or shit like that. And then what they got, they lost it 10 times over. Boom. There you go. So they look even worse had they just not. But you can't tell a karmic that they have to go test the theory. What's the concern? And the Six of Swords? What's the Six of Swords and the concern? You got despair. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Haughtiness and frivolity. Yeah. Yeah. Someone, yeah. They overestimated themselves with the peacock feathers here. Yeah. Someone really did not know what energy, what territory that they were sitting in, because the Six of Swords can also be out of the frying pan into the fire. Someone got themselves into some hot water here, and now they're on the run here. They're trying to get up out of this place with the despair card and the concern. Yeah, but guess no, they're gonna have to sit in that fucking hot ass pot of water because they boiled it and they thought that you was gonna get in. It's like that movie Mandingo. Remember at the end when the slave master found out that he was banging the wife? Well, he wasn't fucking her; she was like forcing him to do it. But he boiled that big ass pot of water, and he told him to get in. And the other guy that was enslaved came from the back and pushed the slave owner in. He said, "Hell nah, you get in that fucking water." That's exactly what this is right here. You guys remember that movie Mandingo? That shit was hella crazy. That couldn't have been me back in those days. They would have had to kill me. Real talk. Because I was killing everybody. What's selfish a person? Shit. You got the sigh. Yeah. People realize it now. Yep. They have to honor your peacock feathers. Yes. And you're not even stunting. Remember I said the peacock, their feathers are beautiful, closed or open. Yeah. You're not even doing anything. You're just minding your business like, okay, thank you. I knew I was the empress the whole time. I didn't have to stunt. I didn't have to, I was just humble, shit like that. But now they have to, people are going to be admitting it in droves. That's what I'm saying. A lot of you guys here, but I feel like you're going to be leaving these places, exodus. You're like, you know what? I went through too much in this workplace, too much in this school setting, too much in this family, too much in this community. You're going to be leaving out. And that's when they're going to realize that they were the problem the whole time, that they couldn't stand to see people, they couldn't stand to deal with official people. They like to deal with low vibrational gutter bitches or gutter men like themselves. And because they don't know how to treat nice things, take care of nice things, it left. And I feel like for some of you guys too, like you could have been a contributor, or you had some type of skill or something that you can really contribute, and other people are like, I can do that too, I can do that. Nah, but you can't do it like me though. Everyone has their own certain skills and specialty though, and these karmics try to create problems for you or whatnot because they didn't have that skill or that power that you had or something like that. And now that you left, and I feel like some people are gonna be like, damn, that's actually something that we actually need and we don't have. That's what I'm picking up here. And you don't give a fuck. Because look at, you're the mature woman with the sudden wealth. Hermit. Ghosted. What's the hermit and the mature woman? You got the room here, and you got the gift. I told you some of you guys are going to be getting gifts. You're going to be getting a bonus for this new job that you're going to be getting. You may find that you get a random check in the mail. There's something that's becoming good for you though, for this for doing your work during the quarantine, for letting go of bad habits, for not getting engaged in bullshit and fuckery. So while these karmics are reaping, the funny thing is, you look at the dichotomy on this table. These karmics are going to be reaping poverty and dealing with their enemies, because this karmic network is going to implode on itself, these groups of people or these individuals, because they're going to be exiled together, so they're going to start fighting amongst each other. That's the point. They're going to be doing this, but you're going to be doing this, sitting fucking pretty, minding your damn business, maybe with a new house with nice decor, because I like the way that both of these houses look. Nice decor. Maybe even you're even going on Pinterest now, and you're pinning new couches and curtains and things for your new house. Yes, I see that for a lot of you. Your jewelry box, it's looking amazing. Yeah. You want to know why they're hating? Because just as I started talking about all the good things that are coming to you, notice how the shit started spazzing out. They're hating. Divine Feminine, like I said, come on now. They're not going to stop our shine here. They're not going to stop our shine. Let's keep going. Um, yeah. What's the Five of Wands? Clarify the Five of Wands. Yeah, you got the letter card on top of the letter here and faithfulness card. Yeah. I feel like some messages are coming in for some people, and or like this is also two individuals, like they're going to be getting ignored, like their messages and shit like that, because people don't want to hear it anymore. That's what I'm picking up here for this message of being exiled. But that's what they created for themselves though. So let's just get a few more messages and then we'll head out, because yeah, looking at the bottom of the deck, rejection. Yeah. I mean, you can only be a fucked up person for so long in the background before it actually had to come out in the front. And people got to like they smelt that spiritual stench of you being a foul ass human being. Yeah, and it's gonna be showing in their face. They can't hide it. I hear the secrets that you keep. Do 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 when you're talking in your sleep. Yeah, hangman energy here. People are hip to the game. What's this poverty in the enemy? You got complacency here. Yes. I told you too, some of these masculines with the emperor and the complacency here, they're starting to see this karmic as their enemy. They're exiling these karmics. Exodus. And I feel like for some of these masculines, they may even, yeah, with the trickery here, I feel like some of these masculines may even like leave like the city or the state that they're in to get away from some of these karmics and the karmic networks. Because I feel like maybe the karmic, like if he leaves the karmic, she's spreading his name in hella bullshit and trying to ruin his job and his career or something like that. Ooh. Yeah, because he stepped up into his emperor role. Yeah, grief here. Yeah. But he knows with the instinct here. Yeah, he knows who he's dealing with. He knows that the bitch that he deals with likes to create confusion and lies. What's the this misfortune? Clarify misfortune. You got mysticism. Yep. Something that backfired with some spell work or some shit like that, and some karmic is getting exiled because of it. That is exactly what I'm picking up here too. But I mean, you can only play with that shit for so long before it implodes. So after to clarify the false person, I got the isolation and the rejection card. So that's what I'm saying. Like these people are gonna start to see who the real shit starter is and who the real problem starter is, and they're gonna be getting isolated, and people are gonna be rejecting them because they don't want no parts of this spiritual poison that they've been spreading here. Clarify the main female and the community. You got impartiality. Ooh, shit. Yeah. Yeah. If someone was like trying to make people pick sides, which I feel like is hella messy or something like that, or people didn't know the real deal, or there was any type of glamour spells or lies and shit like that involved, people are going to be impartial. They're going to be like, nah, I'm not picking sides. Like, no, I'm being fair and just, and you're foul as fuck. That's what I'm seeing here. And these people are going to be pissed off because they tried so hard to make you be like the victim or whatever, and then you separated yourself, you completely left, and then the truth came out about in terms of who was really the problem. Clarify official person and despair. Clarify official person. You got perception. Yeah, people see the real deal now. Yeah, that it's like that song by Moneybag. This here right here, the real me. I had to make those folks feel me. I had some folks trying to kill me. Got niggas thinking they is me. Yeah, they see who the real deal is now. They see it now. Yeah, balance here, justice being served. Even though you're like, I don't care anymore. I'm leaving. I'm going towards my diamonds and pearls and my Pinterest account with my new decor and shit like that. What's the mature woman? And the what's the gift in the mature woman? Yeah. What's this gift in the mature woman? You got forgiveness here. Oof. God, child. And I'm telling you, a lot of people are going to be asking you for forgiveness, though. If you're the one leaving out because you don't want to be a part of the toxicity, they're going to be asking for forgiveness. And the person that was creating all this bullshit, though, the people that are going to be getting exiled and casted out, they're going to be looking for forgiveness, too. But they weren't. They thought they was okay because a lot of people thought they were going to get away with it, though. That's the funny thing, though. It's funny the things that people do when they think that they're going to get away with it. Nah, mask off in front of everybody. I'm telling you, the whole group is going to go. What's the bad health here? What's the five of wands in the bad health? What's this? Recovery. Yeah. 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 And then you got victim here. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like you don't care to be the victim. You don't want to be the victim, but people are going to see these individuals as victimizers though. That's what I'm picking up right here. Yeah. And then with this recovery, people are going to start to realize that they are not a victim. I feel like there's also some people here with this exiled. They're only around because they use pity. They use like, I'm a widow, or my parents passed, or my sister passed, or my cousin, or my baby daddy did this, or I went through that. They use some type of tragedy or something that they went through to play victim and to keep people like wrapped up in their spiritual poison and bullshit and to keep this game up. And people are like, nah, impartiality, nah, you can't use that anymore because what you did was so beyond that it's like there was no rhyme or reason for it. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing right here. Then you got the recovery card here. You're going to be recovering from their bullshit and their trickery. Yeah. Yep. And people are going to see them as tricksters. They're like, nah, I don't want to hear none of that no more. The people are just going to be turning a blind eye like, oh, okay, yeah, I heard that story 400 times before. So what does that have to do with you doing A, B, C, and D? Because that happened about 20 years ago. What does that have to do with you doing A, B, C, and D? Because it's all up to each of us to do our work with the sorrow and the Ace of Swords here. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing. So, y'all, oof. Woo, this exodus and being exiled, this shit is crazy, man. But it's coming out. It's coming out. Yeah. Yeah. People never thought it was gonna happen. People never thought that, they would get caught up. People never thought that they would like get exposed. People never thought that, they would be out in the open. Booty all out. Exposed for the shit that they're doing. They never thought it. Now it's coming. It's here. They created it for themselves though. So I mean, and you created yours for yourself though. So congratulations for those of you who are going to be getting these new jobs, these promotions, this gift, your inheritance, back pay, child support, your stimulus check or part two of a stimulus check, something coming in for you, a bonus when you sign up when you get this new job. That's what I'm seeing here. Y'all, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this message. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Have a great day.